Very glowy. I really love this. This is really nice. I like that a lot. Everything. Everything happening here is really good. All right, we ready? Black Knight?
A legendary hero. Me. What sort of legacy could I have left?
Okay, this is really weird. I was talking about doing a subathon earlier in the stream tonight, and chat floated the idea of a Black Knight cosplay. Which this just now feels really odd. The timing is really weird on that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Okay. 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 Armor sword. Okay. Oh lord. He has final sword. Counter fighter? Oh god, dude. You gotta be kidding me. The crack in his helmet is glowing, by the way. Sorry, I just need to pause so I can take in this moment appropriately, because this is going to be so satisfying to watch Felix get his ass handed to him.
I'll cut you down.
For my lord.
Oh yeah. Also, can we just talk about this team for a second down here? This is a squad, bro. Look at that. Golly.
I'll protect you.
Let us settle this.
Oh. I don't shoot. I don't have the thing to put up, but if you all saw the video, I'll put it up in post. Actually, I'll put it up in post. Yeah. I can't remember who I picked though. But I thought it was like a Madeir Unaka combo, maybe. Yeah, okay. So they did do that. They were ill satisfied not having at least some kind of limited option on here, which is nice. Okay, cool. So the banner overall, colorless is a very, very strong share for sure. Colorless is really strong. Blue, you can skip that. No one's going to judge you. Green, you can also skip that. No one's going to judge you. Red seems nuts. And we're going to find out how nuts in just a moment when we go take a look at Black Knight's skills. Oddly enough, Chad was asking me during the stream who I like a last minute thought of like who the legendary was going to be, or like who it was going to be on the banner. And I was like, I don't know, something kind of like off the wall a little bit, maybe like a legendary Sonic-y. Like a legendary Red Tome Sonic-y, I don't know. We were definitely in the same stadium. I don't know if we were playing the same game necessarily, but we were definitely in the same stadium. Dude, even his splash art looks sick. Ugh. Little lord. Okay. Yeah, I stand by what I said. Blue is meh. Green is meh. Red is really good, and colorless is also really valuable. So, for that, I think you can probably make a decision yourself that it's probably worth pulling. I myself look at it as if I have to snipe a single color the entire time, it's probably not worth it. But if you can do 2 or more colors, then it's probably a worthwhile endeavor. And it's not even just color sniping within the color itself. I think anybody in red is really solid, and anybody in colorless is really solid. Green is a bit of a internal situation because you have Hathrin, who is obviously really valuable and useful, and then even honestly Freyr to an extent. But the counterparts within those colors are honestly just not kind of worth it at this point. So obviously, if there's a merge or something that you want, you don't count in this scenario. But if you're just going for optimization, that's my take on that. So this is nice, very glowy. I really love this. This is really nice. I like that a lot. Everything happening here is really good. He is cracked up though, bro. My man has been hacked and slashed. Good lord. Senri art, we love that. Very solid. Final sword. This means it can be good, right? Because it doesn't have Alendite in the, in the title. Clearly. So we have slaying. And then at the start of player or enemy phase, if you meet an HP threshold, you're getting attack and defense, imbue, and reflex to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Imbue is going to reduce the effect of deep wounds by 50%. We've had effects like this already, but not many that I can recall. And then reflex is going to reduce damage from foes' first attack by 7 during combat. I don't know if we've had reflex. Chat, fact check me. I don't recall the reflex effect, but I'm sure we probably had it somewhere that I can't remember off top of dome now. And the next attack deals damage equal to total reduced from the foe's first attack. Yeah, we probably have had that. Bit of a mirror force, if you will, with reflex. But anyway, these are evidently both new in name. Maybe I guess the status effect itself, like we've had like maybe other preferred weapons or skills or something doing something similar to that. But in terms of the name and stuff, I don't know. I feel like we've had reduction of deep wounds, and we've also had some kind of damage reduction, making your attack thing situation. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, if foe initiates combat or if unit's HP is greater than 25% at the start of combat, you get attack plus X to unit. You get to inflict attack minus X on foe, where X equal to 20% of the unit's defense at start of combat plus 6. Unit deals Y damage excluding AoE specials. Reduce damage from foe's attacks by Y. Reduce damage from foe's specials by Y. Y is equal to 16 if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 70% at the start of combat. Otherwise, it is 10. And you neutralize deep wounds during combat, and also when units special triggers neutralizes foes, reduce damage by X%. Okay. So the buffs that he's giving, at least, all of this is for himself as well as drive distance. So I think in terms of support on his own, he's really good. Not just himself for all of the things that X and Y and Z do here. There's no Z, just kidding. But there has been, I think. at some point on stuff. No Z here though, that I read at least. The fact that you're also giving this to drive distance units too on your team, that's also a really big boon, I think, for him. Now that Alendite also doesn't give you DC. I didn't see distant counter anywhere in here. Interesting. Let's see. Pitch Dark Luna. When special triggers boost damage by 80% of greater or foe's speed or defense. Okay. Interesting. Neutralizes effects that prevent units' counterattacks and reduce damage from attacks by X% during combat. X is equal to 50 minus the current special cooldown count times 10. But if unit special triggered during this combat, X is equal to 50. Okay, so it doesn't. It normally your special, the higher your count value, it would reduce the reduction damage from attacks, right? Because you want it to be higher, and you don't want 50 minus your special times 10, right? So if you had a 1 cooldown, it would be 50 minus 1 times 10, which is 40. Do the brackets correctly and all that math. But if you just loop your special, which I presume he's going to be able to do, you just get the 50 off for it. So, and also if unit's defense is greater than foe's defense, plus 5, you disable units and foe skills that change attack priority. Interesting. So we have a little bit of hardy bearing in here too. It's almost like they knew hardy bearing was low key kind of important as of within the last couple updates, maybe. If you wait long enough, they will incorporate solutions into the problems they create. Okay. So we do have distant AD form for A, which is a new distant plus form skill. We've had like distant solo and stuff like that, kind of combining distant counter with various other A skills. This is basically the same thing. It looks like you can counterattack regardless of range. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, you get the bonus to unit's attack defense during combat equal to the number of allies within 3 spaces of unit times 3, max of 9. And if Savior is triggered, you get the automatic 9. Kind of cool. So it is interesting, I think, that they're doing something like this where because you get the max cooldown from Savior, or not cooldown, but the max value with the Savior triggering. It's interesting that they would do this for armored units, making them have a distant A skill that benefits armor specifically, because Attuned Hector comes with distant counter as his echo skill, who's also in armor. And distant counter echo is low key one of, if not, I would say probably top 2, 3 useful echoes that armors can have. So don't really know what that's about. But it is an option, I guess, if you want to go that route. Counter Fighter is our B skill. It's our newest fighter skill. Hooray. If foe initiates combat, or if unit's HP is greater than 25% at the start of combat, inflicts attack -5 on foe, deals damage equal to 15% of unit's attack. Okay, and reduces damage from foe's attack by 15% of unit's attack during combat. And it restores 7 HP to unit when unit deals damage to foes during combat. And also, if units attack and trigger unit special, you get a special cooldown count -2 to unit before foe's first attack during combat. Interesting. Are you going to want to run it over Shield Fighter? No. Who knows? Probably. Just in the chat said, I've been hoping to get a legendary villain eventually. Well, if you don't count Robin, then yes. Yep, absolutely. Can't use Echo with preferred special. I wasn't talking specifically, Elroy, just to let you know. I wasn't specifically counting, I almost called him the wrong name, Black Knight. Almost called him by his other name. Spoilers. The reason I'm saying that is because a lot of armors like to use that, but this is an inheritable, right? So other armors that might want to use this on them, not Black Knight specifically, but on them for inheritance, seems redundant given that one of their best echo options is just distant counter. That's what I was trying to say, to be clear. Obviously, yes, Black Knight cannot use distant counter echo. What is this? Oh, hold up. I think it's worth watching this again. It's because it looks cool. Reduces damage from foes' attacks and counters with an intense Luna. Bro, that's a word salad. That that doesn't mean anything. Can also grant allies the power of imbue. Very cool. Very cool, Black Knight. Kind of seems wild that you're just beating up on a bunch of defenseless women in the desert, but that's chill.
Say your prayers.
I'm sorry. Did he do the Hectorcopter?
Say your prayers.
Low key, he kind of did. Damn. All right. Well, I will also just point out if you if you take away this, right? If you take away the effect description, his special and his weapon both very small in terms of status effect, which I think means, generally speaking, he's a bad unit and you shouldn't pull. But obviously, if you're going to roll, please roll responsibly. It's not a bad time to pick him up, but if you want to wait to see when he's coming back, I'll have the hero tracker out. I talked a little bit about that and how I'm going to try and move forward with that in the Legendary Banner prediction video. So, yeah, hopefully I will be able to include some kind of prediction and update further on throughout the month, just in posts and stuff for that. But I will definitely have a hero tracker out this month, letting you know when Black Knight comes back. But odds are he's not likely going to have a better color share than what he currently has, unless it's, gets really lucky on his rerun return partner. And then obviously there could be like a new emblem or something alongside him as well. Which would be good. But overall, I think it's a good pickup right now. He seems kind of cool. I don't think he's absolutely necessary. I think he fills a pretty general role that a lot of armors currently have, and we have some options that do all that stuff pretty well. He does give some pretty unique support, though. So do with that what you will. I will probably roll on this just because I'm gunning for both red and colorless on this one. Mostly colorless. Because I'm told I need Larother in order to be able to be good at summer duels. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.